Welcome back to Hob Fishing. I'm Bradley Colleen. Want to bring to you a walkthrough of my 2026 rig. We went with the Bonafide XTR130 this year. Let's go ahead and work bow to stern on this. On the front here, we are running a Minn Kota Tarova 36 volt, 112 pound thrust trolling motor. We are mounting that on the catch bow mount plate and have the quick release, the MKA 54, I believe it is. On this side here, we are locking everything down this year. Durasafe made this lock for quick release mounts, which is huge for us this year because obviously loading and unloading everything is going to be a nightmare if I had to take everything on and off this season. On this front hatch here, we went with the Hobie through-hole plate ports. Basically, it allowed us to get all of our graph wires and trolling motor wires out of that one front hatch without having to drill into the kayak. On the front here, we have the catch crossbar. I believe this is a 27-inch model to mount both of our Garmin units on here. These are the Garmin GPS Maps 943 XSVs. In this front hatch, we have our mounting plate, which is on the back here, where we have our GLS 10, our aux beam circuit, and our yak power circuit. The yak power is ran by these two 10 amp hour, which I ran in parallel to give us 20 amp hours for our navigation lights, bilge pump, heading sensor, and deck lights. In this hatch here, we are running all of our tackle. Now, this is everything that I need. I've condensed all my tackle down. I remember previous kayaks, I would have tons of tackle, way too much. I probably didn't need all of it. So we went down to 4 boxes this season, chatterbaits, terminal tackle, assortment of baits, and then the jigs that we're making this season. In this bag, we have our soft plastics. I have probably 45 bags of soft plastics in here. On this side is kind of just an assortment, sunglasses, spinner baits, necessity stuff. Going back further, we went with the One Objective cup holder and tool caddy. Great for storing scissors, pliers. I'm also connecting my Rogue Fishing Company connection for my catch board on there. Like I was just talking about, we have our heading sensor for our trolling motor, give a more accurate positioning whenever we're spot locking. Underneath the seat here, we are running a DeWalt T-Stack. This has kind of a little bit of everything: tools, bait making, adjusting kits, sunglass cleaners, extra batteries, fishing licenses. In the bottom here, we have our fishing lines, some momentum stuff, trolling motor, remote, headlamp, regular flashlight, external battery. On top here we have our power pole button, which also on the remote we have the key fob as well. And then we have our phone holder, which is great. Just set my phone on there, let it run there, and run a power cable out through my T-Stack. On the side here, on both sides, we have rod holders. On these rod holders, I can hold up to 3 rods on each side. I minimized everything this year. We went with just 6 rods on the kayak. I found myself only using 5 rods per tournament. Instead of bringing 12, let's just minimize it and just have the 6 that we're going to run with this season. Moving back further, let's just go straight into what's running this entire kayak. So up top here, we have two 23 amp hour Dakota Lithiums ran parallel to give us 46 amp hours. These are running our GLS 10 as well as our Garmin units up front. In the bottom here, we are running two Lifetime 50 amp hours to give us 100 amp hours. In here, this is our direct connect for our trolling motor. And then we have our reserve battery here, which is another 50 amp hour. This one stays disconnected, and if I were to kill these batteries, I have a quick swap here and a quick swap in the back to swap over to just that 50 amp hour. Let's talk about this mount back here. So this was designed by Andrew Martin. If you guys have seen these kayaks, there's a little ridge here that plays a factor. You can't really set your batteries all the way back if you want to use a black pack for it. So Andrew came up with the idea to use HPDE and then take these yoga blocks and stick them under the front. They sit perfectly. This thing sits flush. I then bolted this battery pack down so this does not leave my kayak at all. And then last and finally, we have our micro anchor, micro power pole. This is my first year running this. I picked this up in the off season, and I'm looking forward to what this has in store for me, especially some of the shallow water fisheries we're going to this year, like down south in Yuma and in Caddo Lake. This thing is going to play a huge factor. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave a comment down below, and I'll get back to them as soon as possible.